Hi there, I'm Becky Amble, and I wanted to give you a little preview of the Black Friday specials. And specials, at least what I'm going to talk about today, are on books. So you're probably going, why in the world are you doing a video about books? Well, just because I guess I do things a little differently. So here's one of the books that's going to be on the Black Friday special. It's Mastering ChatGPT for Adults Over 50. And just wanted to do a little show and tell on this. I've got images in the book. These are all pretty much from Dolly. Let me see, where can you see it better? Anyway, because I thought that would make things more interesting. And I also have in many of the chapters a checklist at the end, kind of summarizing things. On some of them, I have exercises for people to do and different tools. And in this one, let me see, I'll show it maybe this way, where you can see it's kind of a tool for creating an action plan. And there are exercises, I already mentioned that. There's some case studies or examples of how people have used artificial intelligence. And in particular, in this book, The Adults Over 50, there are all of those elements. And what I wanted to mention was that the Mastering ChatGPT for Women has very similar concept with the images and with summaries and with exercises and things. And there are also in the chat for women ideas about how people have used it, sometimes more extensive case studies that talk in a little more detail than other times that are short. Here's the first journal that I produced that I wanted to show you. And yeah, everything I do, I have to kind of overdo. Anyway, here's the inside book cover, and they can put their name here on that. And on the front, they all have been bestseller, but there is still room with your shiny gold or silver metallic pen. If you buy this for someone, you can then personalize it, which is what I recommended. I thought it would be kind of fun. This has original artwork. This is done by my son, and it's done at probably about a 5%, but you can see it's fairly light on the divider pages, of which there are 5, and people can use that if they want. So you could say, hey, I'm going to write down my ideas for new products. And then maybe the next section is an idea about new markets. And maybe you have something where you've got issues that you want to keep track of about leadership. Maybe you've got a family vacation coming up. You can do whatever you want. And what I wanted to show you too is there's the 100% rendition of the artwork that was on the divider pages. And then there's lines for people to write. And there's a quote at the bottom of each page that is by someone that is pretty much a name that we would all recognize. Anyway, that's the first one. Then I decided I wanted to do one for youth. This was after the Surgeon General came out and said that we have a crisis of mental health in youth. And I just was quite disturbed about that and wanted to do something. And I was told by one of my advisors, you can't be spending time on that. And I just decided after, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 months that this was bugging me and I had to do it. This also has room for you to write the person's name. So this is the one for youth. And my whole mission on this is if we could just get youth off of social media and doing things like writing down their dreams, putting it on paper. And there you can see on this page, you can also write their name or they can write their name. And this has more artwork, very faint, by my son. This was the actual artwork I wanted for the first journal and couldn't find it. So when I found it, I thought that's a sign that this was supposed to be done for the youth. Okay, there's the artwork in 100%. And you can see here, maybe you can tell the lines are really, really faint. We got feedback and people said they wanted to be able to draw. Then there are quotes at the bottom of each of these pages that are from people generally under 40 that have not had negative publicity. Well, not to be overlooked, we had another idea that came in from several of our readers that we wanted one for women. And you can see this is kind of that purpley pink blend. And this, the one for youth, is simply red. And with this one, again, room to put their name. The badge of bestseller will show up when you order it from Amazon. I ordered some before we had all that taken care of. And again, there's artwork here. And this one is for women. And you might barely be able to tell, this is from one of my paintings. And I sent, and of course, you write down whatever your subject is for that divider. If you're using the dividers, you can ignore them. I sent the artwork to my designer, and he picked out that, which was one of my paintings. And you can see just hard to make it out, another painting that I had done, just more graphic kind of design. And you can see very light lines, so you can write or you can draw. And then at the bottom of each page is a quote by a businesswoman that has been considered successful. The last journal is my Brilliant Ideas, Hopes, and Dreams for graduates. And you could probably still write their name with that nice metallic shiny gold or silver pen, as well as here. And you can see this was a little bit different type set up here. And then of course, this is where we actually, because people in this age group don't like cursive, some don't know it, we went with block print, and also the line here to put the topic of whatever that section might be. If they're using the sections, oh, and maybe you can see, this is faint as well, but there's artwork. This is also by my son. And I'll just show you quickly. There's what it looks. Oh, this was actually different than on the divider pages, and more artwork by my son, very faint lines. And then at the bottom of each of these pages is something that's a little bit inspirational, kind of, that would be appropriate for people that are graduating, when we want to tell them, hey, you're at a point now where you're ready to take off and fly, or maybe you're going to go to more schooling or something. And those quotes are really designed to be more for, hey, you've hit a milestone, and they're inspirational and encouraging. That's what I wanted to tell you. I hope you start making your list of who needs to get what for the upcoming holiday season, and get ready because the prices are going to come out soon. Thanks.